Welcome to the Arsenal Stage News, and remember, make subscribe, then continue enjoy your news. In a summer transfer window that has already sent shockwaves through the football world, Arsenal have now completed one of their most anticipated signings yet. Swedish striker Viktor Gyökeres has officially joined the Gunners. The powerful forward, who took the Portuguese league by storm with Sporting CP, will now bring his unique blend of strength, work ethic, and lethal finishing to North London. For the Arsenal faithful, this is more than just a signing. It's a signal of intent, a promise that the club is determined to transform potential into glory. Viktor Gyökeres' journey to the Emirates is one of relentless ambition. Born in Stockholm, the towering Swede started his football life at Brommapojkarna, showing early signs of a forward who refused to be bullied off the ball. His raw strength, combined with surprising agility for his size, caught the eyes of scouts across Europe. After stints with Brighton and Coventry City, Gyökeres truly exploded onto the scene in Portugal, where he battered defences week in, week out, scoring goals with both finesse and brute force. For Arsenal, the allure was clear. Mikel Arteta has spent the past seasons building a side brimming with creativity, pace, and technical brilliance. But at times they lacked a physical presence up front, a striker who could bully centre-backs, hold up the ball under pressure, and turn half-chances into goals. With Gyökeres, that void is filled. His playing style complements the likes of Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli, and Martin Ødegaard perfectly. While the dazzling wingers wreak havoc on the flanks, and Ødegaard pulls the strings through the middle, Gyökeres will be the battering ram, the finisher, the one who converts all that artistry into cold, hard goals. Reports say Arsenal fought off stiff competition from some of Europe's elite, with clubs in Spain, Italy, and even the Premier League sniffing around. But for Viktor, the pull of the Emirates project was irresistible. He's spoken openly about Arteta's vision, a team that plays attacking, front-footed football, but doesn't shy away from the dirty work. For a striker like Gyökeres, who thrives in the chaos of physical battles, it's the perfect stage. Behind the scenes, the recruitment team deserves huge credit. Sporting Lisbon, known for driving a hard bargain, initially demanded a hefty release clause. Arsenal's negotiation skills, coupled with Gyökeres' clear desire to wear the famous red and white, helped push the deal over the line. His contract, rumoured to be a 5-year deal, demonstrates the club's commitment to build around him for the long term. Arsenal supporters have already taken to social media in a frenzy, flooding timelines with clips of Gyökeres bulldozing through defenders and thumping in goals from all angles. They dream of seeing him dominate in those gritty away games where Arsenal's silky football sometimes faltered in past seasons. Now, with a striker who can hold his own against rugged Premier League backlines, the Gunners have added an extra dimension to their title challenge. But Gyökeres' signing is about more than just physicality. His pressing game is relentless, something Arteta has demanded from his front line. His ability to drop deep and link play means Arsenal can be fluid in attack, with interchanging positions that will torment opposition defences. And perhaps most importantly, he brings a winning mentality, an attitude forged in the tough battles of the Championship and sharpened under the pressure cooker of Sporting's title race in Portugal. In training, the buzz is electric. Early reports from London Colney suggest Gyökeres has already impressed with his attitude. First in, last out, pushing himself to adapt quickly to Arteta's tactical demands. His camaraderie with Saka, Martinelli and Trossard is blossoming. He's the type who leads by example, not afraid to bark instructions or gee up teammates when the going gets tough. For Arsenal fans who have endured years of almost seasons and what-ifs, the arrival of Viktor Gyökeres feels like another piece of the puzzle falling into place. The Gunners now have a spine with steel, Saliba marshalling the defence, Rice and Ødegaard dominating the midfield, and Gyökeres ready to make his mark up top. As he pulls on the famous red and white shirt for the first time, the roar of the Emirates will echo the hopes of millions. Viktor Gyökeres is here, ready to battle, ready to score, ready to help Arsenal take that final step from contenders to champions. And so begins a new chapter.
Another news.
And Nico Williams ignited Arsenal's new era. The news broke just after dawn in North London, but by mid-morning, the Emirates Stadium was already alive with chants and the tricolour flags of France fluttering alongside the red and white of Arsenal. In Bilbao, Nico Williams had already penned a heartfelt farewell to Athletic Club's loyal supporters. In Paris, Alexandre Lefebvre's boyhood club, Stade Rennais, wished him luck in the Premier League. Two signings, two different stories, yet the same destination, Arsenal Football Club. This summer has felt different for the Gunners. After seasons of near misses and heartbreaking title races, Mikel Arteta and Edu Gaspar knew that to finally lift the Premier League again, they needed more than just potential. They needed fearlessness, final third fireworks, and the calm presence of a generational midfielder. So they turned to two of Europe's brightest talents. First came the Frenchman, Lefebvre, a deep-lying playmaker hailed in League One for his velvet touch, vision that slices through defensive lines, and a composure on the ball that belies his 22 years. Arsenal scouts had tracked him for over 18 months. They'd watched him pull the strings against Paris Saint-Germain and Marseille, dictating the tempo with metronomic precision. When Arteta met him privately in Paris this May, the young man spoke of his desire to grow into a world-class conductor of the Arsenal orchestra, inspired by legends like Patrick Vieira and Cesc Fabregas. The deal was swift, but far from simple. Rennes wanted to build around their jewel. Arsenal's persistence, though, and Lefebvre's dream to test himself in England proved decisive. By mid-June, photos emerged of him boarding a private jet bound for London Colney. On arrival, he was greeted by Arteta himself, who spoke to him not just as a player, but as a vital piece of the club's future. A new midfield triangle was forming: Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard, and now Lefebvre. The fans could sense it. This was control. This was creativity. This was calm under pressure. But Arsenal knew they needed more than elegance. They needed chaos in the wide areas, a spark that could ignite games with a sudden burst of pace. That's where Nico Williams came in. At just 22, the Spanish international had become the talk of La Liga, a winger who plays on the edge, electric in the dribble, unafraid to run at anyone, anywhere. His partnership with his brother Iñaki at Athletic Club had dazzled the Basque faithful. But deep down, Nico felt ready for a new adventure, new battles under the floodlights of English football. Negotiations with Athletic Club were delicate. Nico's release clause was a test of Arsenal's ambition. Yet with Champions League football secured and the promise of a project built for young, fearless attackers, the decision became clear. Nico wanted London. He wanted Arsenal. He wanted the Premier League defenders to feel what Spanish fullbacks had felt all season, helpless when his boots hit the accelerator. In late June, the club confirmed the double announcement in a single video. A slick montage showed Nico at the training ground, Lefebvre signing his contract, Arteta standing behind them both, arms folded, smiling like a man who knows his squad is now stronger than ever. Social media erupted. Arsenal's Twitter trended worldwide, with fans celebrating the perfect balance: craft in the middle, chaos out wide. When the pair stepped onto the Emirates pitch for the first time, they were greeted with a roar that rattled the empty seats awaiting the new season. Lefebvre wore the number 8 shirt, once graced by legends like Freddie Ljungberg and Samir Nasri.